Hi friends, welcome back to our channel Legal Park. So as we are discussing about the provisions of law, that is the Act RERA, we need to understand the statistics that are displayed on the RERA webpage. As of today, the registration is granted to about 50,849 projects, and the registration granted to agents is 51,962. So this is a very huge number. Now, as we were speaking about the advertisement in our last video, we have always told you that advertisement and agents are the two aspects that are the first steps that bring you to the particular real estate project. And that is why, if they are good and reliable, then definitely you will never end up into any dispute. But the problem is very serious when such huge number of real estate agents are not aware about the project. They are merely interested in the percentage that they get after booking. It is not with all the investors, all the agents. It is with few of the agents, and now it is upon you. You have to identify which agent has a proper knowledge. Does he know about the project? And then only you have to go with that particular agent. Now the problem with the investor is that he thinks that he can get everything on Google and he needs no expert to assist him. And then he falls prey to big fishes like no broker, because he is attracted on that particular statement where no broker says there is no brokerage. My dear friends, nothing comes free in life. Such a huge portal, if that has to be operated, there is a cost to it. Why will any person bear a cost for your investment, for your profits? So these are all fishy words. There are many names. I am not specifically challenging that particular brand or that particular process of that brand. I am just making you aware that whenever you are approaching any real estate sector, any real estate project, then you have to ensure that you are guided by a person who actually has the knowledge in depth. It is not possible that there will be any person who is having 100% knowledge and he will secure you 100%. But if anything goes adverse, does he have a plan to secure your investment? Does he have the knowledge where he can assist you to secure your investment? That is the most important factor that you need to identify when you choose an agent. I don't say that you don't choose an agent at all, but you identify a good agent and then go with that good agent to book your real estate project. He should have knowledge what is the best thing available for the ticket size that you are looking out for. Now, the real estate prices have gone so high that even the government has noted that it is going beyond the reach. And just assume such a huge investment, if you fall into a trap, what will happen to you? You will not only lose money, you will also lose the happiness. You will be just revolving around that particular dispute. So that is why be careful while investing into real estate. Now, when government has realized that it is going beyond the reach of the common man, the government has now amended the act which actually controlled the real estate investment, which was in 2014 known as a real estate investment trust. So now these REITs are giving offers into the markets because they are now entitled to attract fragmented units. This is a very specific term. You need to understand it technically. We will make a separate video on this, but the point that we are creating over here is that now this type of agents will come to you stating that these are the REITs and you have to invest into this. So in a huge project, be it a resort, be it any commercial project, there you can just invest, buy a share of that particular project. Now we need to understand whether such projects are specifically mentioned in Maharera. First thing, is there any process led by Maharera to invest in such projects? Are they separately handled? No, they are not at all at this point of time. They usually come as a normal project, and then these REITs, these trusts, are regulated by SEBI. So there is a different portal where the grievances will be addressed of these REITs. When the project is registered in Maharera or in any RERA authority, that time there are specific units that are mentioned. We have to upload the details of that units. There is no such provision where a fragmentation, the fragment of that particular unit can be updated, and these REITs are authorized to sell the fragments of that one unit. This is really crucial to understand, and even Maharera has to act on it specifically. Definitely they might be doing all these things, but for a common man it is necessary to understand that unless and until you have all the details of the REITs, that is the investment trusts that are coming to you and calling for investments, do not invest in such investment trusts unless and until you get the entire information. And when you are investing, search out the project on Maharera, check the account which is registered for this particular project, and make your payments only to that particular account which is registered with Maharera. Do not make payments in the name of the agents or agencies. You will land into a bigger trouble which cannot be resolved. So it is very necessary to understand and catch hold of the person who knows the details of the project. Don't just go casually and merely looking at the agency certificate. Though Maharera is giving training to the agents now, but that training is limited. That doesn't give any detailed knowledge or the responsibilities on the agents. So you have to understand, you have to know the agencies. Now there are companies who are registered as agent, and that company's individual person will come to you, and later on the company will say, we don't know that particular employee. How are we going to address this? So that is why be careful while selecting your agent. Your investment is going to give you happiness in future. This is what you think while investing. But what if that goes exactly opposite to your expectations? You will be in a big trouble. So avoid investing in the REITs unless and until you are familiar to the project, you have visited the project, and you know your fragment which is already listed with SEBI. Your fragmented unit should be listed with SEBI. We will make a video separately on how these are listed and where you have to search these units. Till then, subscribe the channel to know more about the REITs. Thank you.